Hello learners, I am Dr. Laila Simon, Professor, Department of Management with the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. Today we will be discussing on the basics of retail management. However, I will not be going into details of retail management, but to just let you know few basic concepts of what is retail management. In the table of contents, I would be sharing what is retail management, what is the need for retail management, what are the characteristics of retail management, what are the functions. I would be talking about elementary functions, and what is very important is the types of retail stores. We all keep moving to different kinds of stores. We go to malls, we go to hypercities, we go to supermarkets, but then to name them and understand the technicality of what is the difference between these stores, we would have a small kind of a basic idea just to understand how these retail stores differ from one another. So, what is retail management? It is a various process. So, when I am talking about retail management, it is a process which helps the customers to procure the desired merchandise. That is what is very important, the desired merchandise from the retail stores for their end use. We need to understand one thing, whenever we are talking about retailers, retailers have a lot of responsibility because they are transferring the goods or the services to the end users. So, these are the people who are in direct connection or communication with the end users, the so called consumers. So, we also define it as it is a sale of commodities or goods in small quantities. That is something which when we talk about wholesalers, when it's a shift from the manufacturers to the wholesalers, it is a bulk purchase. And when it is been shifted from wholesalers to the retailers, again it is a bulk, and from retailers to consumers, they go in small quantities or small sorts. So, the sale of commodities or goods in small quantities to ultimate consumers. So, that is what is very important here. What is the need? Why do we actually need these retail management, or what is the role of these retailers? Whenever COVID has taught us to be into online buying behaviors, and we as consumers have started giving a lot of importance to online buying patterns. We had this online buying platforms, and we also had the brick and the mortar, wherein we used to go feel the product and buy the product. But now it is more of online purchases. So, how does this retailing help us? And now when we book something for online products, our expectation is, when will it be received? 1 day, 2 day? How much is the delay that has been taken? Where will it be delivered? So, that is again a question which ponders our mind, and we prefer people who can make the delivery at the earliest. So, retail management saves time. That is a very important thing on why do we actually need retail management. It saves time and ensures that the customers easily locate their desired merchandise and return home. Very important part is satisfied. Marketing is all about consumer satisfaction. And the way in which we manage this retailing helps in avoiding unnecessary chaos at the store and can also control shopliftings. I am sure you might have come about knowing on these shoplifts to a very large extent. So, we have understood what is very important. The major takeaway is it saves a lot of consumers time. It also has a few characteristics, like it brings the goods and services closer to the consumer. So, from the manufacturers, it is very difficult for the manufacturers to communicate with the consumer and vice versa. So, the retailers facilitate this gap, right. So, a retailer, as he is a last link in the distribution channel. So, we talk about the manufacturers or the producers to the wholesalers to the retailers, and finally it reaches to the end user, that is a consumer. There are large number of retailers as compared to the manufacturers and wholesalers, because they are being spread, could be territory wise, could be zone wise. Retailing can be organized, so there could be an organized sector and there could be an unorganized sector as well. Retailing provides a direct, as we have already discussed about that. Retailing can be done through online stores. So, this is again online stores is coming up, which we would be discussing in the coming slides. Retailing provides a variety of products at a single place. This is all the different stores that we enter. You find when talking about the product mix, especially when you talk about the product depth, there could be a variety of same products according to the need of the consumer. So, retailing is one place where the consumers can be satisfied. Next is functions of retail management. So, what all do they do? What all are the course of actions that retail management is concerned? Arrangement of assortment of products and services. We have been discussing in our previous slides, in the last few lectures, that when you talk about products, we are always talking about the 4 P's, and when we are talking about the services, we talk about the 7 P's. Just to rewind what we have done in the 4 P's of marketing, or you call it a marketing mix, as when you are talking about goods, we are just talking about the product, what kind of product, the place, the promotion and the price at which the product is being sold. However, when you talk about services, the 3 key important things that comes up is the process that is involved in services, the people who are involved in the services, and of course, the physical evidences that why should I get into a service with somebody, or why should I get into the whose service should I get for maybe a maintenance, maybe a tour or something like that. Holding the stock is again kind of a warehousing. It helps us in warehousing, because that is another challenge for the wholesalers and even the producers at large. Then providing different types of services, it has lot of sectors in which retailing has spread across. As I said, the channel of communication, the main channel of communication or the direct form of communication from the retailers is to the consumer. So, anything that the consumer faces, any problem that the consumer faces, he would directly approach the retailers. Providing transport and advertising facilities to the wholesalers. This is another one way how the retailing functions. Of course, ultimate is what is consumer satisfaction. Everybody, every marketing, the end outcome has to be the consumer satisfaction. And providing, so when you provide a positive shopping experience to the consumer, so the consumer would definitely be satisfied. We will be discussing a few types of retail stores which are very common, like the convenience store, the departmental store, the specialty store, the supermarkets, the hypermarkets, discount stores, the factory outlet. These are few types of retail stores wherein we enter very frequently. So, I thought just to bring to you an idea about how are these different from the others. Convenience stores. This is located close to residential areas. So, I just want a packet of milk or I want a packet of biscuits. So, where do I go? It is something which is very near to my residence, you know. So, such stores are known as convenience stores. It offers range of products like groceries, could be the daily needed FMCG products. So, we find the small stores that are there in the mohallas, right, as the small size and is compared to the other retail. So, that is what is known as a convenience store. Departmental stores. However, we normally have a different thought when we talk about departmental stores, but then how do they look like? These stores have various departments, like you have a section for cosmetics, you have for stationeries, you have for clothing, food items. So, you will find separate areas which are being segregated according to the kind of the product that needs to be displayed. Here every department would be treated as a profit. So, you have a profit center with all the kinds of the departments, right, or you call it as a strategic business unit, right. Then the stores are here larger in size as compared to the convenience stores. We need to remember the convenience stores are near to our mohallas, the places where we are residing. But departmental stores would be a little far off, but then and they have a size which is larger as compared to the convenience and the specialty stores. We will be looking at what the specialty store is. But I am sure you might have all visited Shoppers Stop and Pantaloon, you know. It is a place where you get lot many things under one roof. What is a specialty store? Specialty, with the name itself, you say it is something just specialized in. So, specialty store is a shop that caters to one specific retail market. It could be stationery, it could be just a kind of a perfume kind of, or you get a clothing store. So, they may be an expert in that particular area and they would own a store of there. So, what is the key word and takeaway in this? In a specialty store is that particular shop that specializes in one breed of products. So, that one breed is something which is important for the specialty store. Supermarkets, we all visit supermarkets and we know we enter into for our day monthly kiranas and all that. These are bigger than the departmental stores, offering, and but then they offer more products, like you could have a houseware product section, could be an electronic goods. Even when we get into mainly the products that would be available would be according to the density of the population, the living standards of the people, or the demand of the people at that particular area in which the supermarket is. It gives more. So, what is more important here compared to the departmental store? It gives more services than what we have discussed about the departmental stores. Hypermarket is again one place which we know, it is a very common word that we very frequently use, and Big Bazaar is the biggest example of a hypermarket. So, these are again very large in size. Something different from this is they actually provide large parking spaces than the supermarkets and the departments. So, that is what hypermarket would be in a place where there is, why? Because when you are talking about too many things can be purchased from that big bazaar. So, they need to have that spacing, that is the logic behind it. When you look at the discount store, with the name itself discount, and we all just find a way where do we get some discount for the products that we want. So, any store which has offers round the clock, it throughout, it is not a seasonal kind of, they just find reasons to offer a discount. So, discount stores can be differentiated mainly on the basis of their low price. So, when you say it's a mindset, the person who comes to a discounted store, okay, yes, he would get something which is at a low price compared to what has been available in the other store. And there could be also buy one get one free. There would be some kind of beneficial discounts that would be given to the consumers, and consumers definitely look forward for such kind of discount stores. This is one thing which is a factory outlet. Now, Raymond is a very good example. We have also Nike and Bata along with it. These are the stores wherein it's owned and it's actually also operated by the manufacturer, and the manufacturer himself sells the product directly to the customers. Now, just because it is coming out straight from the factory and it is being given to the end user, there is somewhere the money that is being saved on the channels of distribution. So, they do not have too many mediators, and that is the reason why these manufacturers can afford to have afford to sell at a little lower cost than what is being available, otherwise it could have been available. So, that is something very important that we need to keep in mind. So, whenever it is a factory outlet, that is straight from the manufacturer, so the consumers get the benefit of maximum reduced price. So, of course, this is again a low price. I think you got an idea about just to bring up the review of what we have discussed on the different kinds of retail stores: convenience stores, the departmental stores, the specialty stores, the supermarket, the hypermarket, discounted stores and factory outlet. Apart from this, there are many more. The whole idea here was just to bring about and throw light on a little of what is all retail management, what is the need, why do we need a retail management, and what are the different kinds of the different retail stores that normally within Indian context. I think and hope that you have enjoyed this. Keep watching more videos on marketing management.